Hi guys, in this video I'm hoping to teach you how to use for loops in programming using an Arduino shield with RGB LEDs. So for loops are a very important part of any programming languages. So if you know for loops, you can easily program in C, C++, Java, Python and C#.NET languages. So and for loops are an very essential part in most of the programming languages. So the syntax of for loops are pretty much similar in all of these languages, and loops are in general are an important part. So there are other loops like while loop and do while loops. So for loop will be discussed in this video first. So in this video I'm using an Arduino to show you how the for loop works, because with the LEDs you can visualize how the for loop is working, and the for loop is very important part when designing LED patterns with LED displays. So I'm using a Arduino shield with RGB LEDs. It has 40 LEDs with 8 by 5. There are 8 LEDs on the width side, and on the length side and the wide side it has 5 LEDs. So, and I'm using this library called Adafruit NeoPixel.h library, and I'm using this to control the LEDs on my shield. And I have defined pin 13 as the data pin, and this is the data pin you have to use if you are using this shield. And if you haven't seen my video, go to my channel and see the video that where I explain and show you this shield. So pin 13 is the data pin, and also I create an object called pixels like this, and I define this like this. And for this lesson, for loops, you don't have to know what's going on in here, but for the sake of saying, I'll say that this 40 means that there are 40 LEDs, and this pin is the data pin that we defined earlier, and you don't have to worry about this part for now. And also I have defined a variable called brightness, which will control the brightness of the LEDs, because and the brightness value can vary from 0 to 255. 255 is the maximum brightness, and 0 means the LED is off. And because to make it easy on the eye, I have set the brightness value to 25. And I hope that you know about the Arduino code, Arduino Sketch layout. There are two functions, basic functions in any Arduino program, called setup and loop. Setup is where we initialize all the variables and all the methods in the program, and this setup function is executed only once in the program, while the loop function, as the name defines, is a loop. That means this loop function is called again and again as long as the Arduino is running. So we are going to put all the coding in this loop function, within this loop function, and we can define other functions as well, and we have to call them within this loop function. So we will write our first Arduino. We will write the code to light the one row of Arduino LEDs, one row of LEDs. So that is our first code. So I will write a for loop, and first up I have to say that for loop, this is the basic syntax of for loop. You like for and two curly braces, and there are three parts in the for loop, and we have to define an variable. So it is basically an integer variable. So for the sake of this example, I will take it as I, but this can be any name. You can put any name here, but because to make it easy, I will take the variable name as I. And in the first part, we have to declare the variable and give it an initial value. So the initial value is the value the variable starts from. So in this case, the variable I starts from 0, and we have to separate these three parts. I told you previously that there are three parts in the for loop. The first part we have to separate these parts with the semicolon. So we put the semicolon, and then we go to the second part. So the condition states when the for loop is going to stop. So we put like, so I told you that there are 8 LEDs. So we have to light 8 LEDs in the Arduino shield. So we put the condition as I less than 8. So if you look at this one, so I starts from 0, and we can't put equals here, because if it is less than or equal, I will go all the way up to 8. So then there are 9 occasions of I. So but we only need 8. That's why we are putting it less than 8. So I will only go up to 7. That means altogether there will be 8. So you can put 1 here, but if you put 1, then you have to put it as equals, or else you have to put it as 9, right? So if we put it like this, I will go from 1 to 8, and then here we will put I plus plus. This is the third component of the for loop. This third component defines how I, this variable, changes in each iteration of the for loop. Iteration means every time the for loop runs. So in this case, this is an operator. This case says the I will increase by 1. So I plus plus means I will always increase by 1. So if I starts from 1, after the first iteration I will become 2. 1 plus 1 equals 2. In the third iteration I will become 3. 1 plus 2 plus 1, 3. Likewise, it will increase by 1 in each time the for loop goes until it becomes 8. So for this case we will put this as 0, and I will explain you later. So if we put it as 0, we have to put 8 here, and then we'll write the code that relates to lighting the LED. So I will just paste the code here. So pixels is the object we defined earlier, and this is the method or the function to set the LED color. So in this function there are 2 arguments. The first argument will state the LED number to light. So that LED number we give with using the variable I. So if I is 0, we light the 0th or the first LED, and that is why I said in the shield the LED starts with 0. The first LED is addressed as a 0th LED, as in an array, if you have heard previously. So that's why I said it's easy to put, it is easy to start with 0. So we put the LED number here, and then pixels.color is the method or the function where we set the color of the LED. So the color is passed as RGB values separated by commas. So here we have 0, 0, 255 means RGB means this LED will light up as a blue colored LED. So the next line says where we set the brightness. So set brightness is the function name, and we pass the brightness value of 25 to this function. So the final line is where we show the pixels. That means we light up the pixels with this line. So now we can go ahead, and also we have to remember we have to give a delay. We have to give a delay so that we can see the LED is lighting. So we give 100 milliseconds delay in each iteration of the loop. So just to recap, all these codes are executed in one iteration of the loop. So the loop keeps running, so that means this keeps happening. This for loop keeps getting executed. Okay, let's verify the code. First we have to save the file. We saved it, and just wait for it to save. and the delay we have to put it inside the for loop, otherwise we will not see the LEDs lighting up. So we have to put it inside the for loop, and then we can upload it to the Arduino. As you can see now, when I press the reset button, the LEDs keep lighting up from 1 to 8. Next up, we will try to come back again to LED 1, because in this for loop the LEDs go from the first LED up to 8th LED. They go up lighting each one and then stop. Now we will develop this program into the LEDs coming turning off from the 8th LED to coming back to the first LED. So for that we will copy this code here and we will modify it. So when we are lighting, we started from the first LED and went up to the 8th LED. Now we want to turn the LEDs off, so we start from the 8th LED. So the first part of the for loop becomes 8, and it has to come up to LED 0. So here it should not, we should change this as I greater than 0. So when we put it like this, so I starts from 8 and comes up to 1, right? So that is what happens here. So I starts from 8 and comes, we have to put it as 9 or 7 and comes up to 0, and then we have to reduce I by 1. Earlier we incremented I by 1 each time. Now we have to decrement it. So we have to reduce the value of I every time the for loop in every iteration of the for loop. So here I will start from 7, and the next one I will reduce by 1, then I will become 6, then 5, then 4, and it will come up to 0 because we have the equal sign here. I greater than or equal 0, and then after that the for loop will terminate. So this part we have to change it like this because we are turning the LEDs off. So we have to put all 3 RGB values as 0, 0, 0. So that is it for this part. Now we will program the LED, program the Arduino and see the result. Now as you can see, when the first for loop executes, the LEDs go lighting each other, and then it comes back with each LED turning off. Now something else I have to say, that you can change the variable I by any value you want. So for example, we can, if we want to light 2 LEDs at a time, that means one LED after the other, we can put I equals I plus 2. So if we put like this, so the first LED or 0, first LED will light up, then instead of the second LED, third LED will light up, because we are putting I equals I plus 2. That means first it is 0, then in the second iteration it becomes 0 plus 2, so it becomes 2. That means the third LED. Then it goes to 4, fifth LED. Likewise it goes. That means one after the other. The other LEDs will be lighting up, and then when we are coming back, we have to do the same, but here we put I equals I minus 2. That means we are not switching off or switching on every LED, but one LED after the other. So we will upload the code and see the result. Now you can see the result. It is working as we expected. So that is it for this video. I hope you learned the for loops, the operation of the for loops from this video, and I hope to do more videos like this with more programming techniques to help you understand, and especially with related to Arduino and Arduino programming, especially related to electronics and programming. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thank you.